Good evening and welcome to Blaine High School, home of the Bengals, playing host tonight to the Totino-Grace Eagles. Totino-Grace 21-9 on the season, 10-0 in their conference. The Bengals 27-1 and 10-0 in their conference. It's the Section 5 3A semifinals. Along with Larry Mickelson, I'm Matt Johnson, and Larry, we should see a pretty good match tonight between the top-seeded Bengals and the fourth-seeded Eagles.
Yeah, a couple of undefeated teams in their conference tonight. Totino-Grace in the North Suburban Conference and Blaine in the Northwest Conference. Some good competition in both, with maybe the Northwest being a little tougher, but Totino-Grace has got a good program. They're going to be looking to pull off a big upset tonight, coming in as a number 4 seed.
It seems like any time these schools play each other in any sport, it is indeed fun. Let's take a look at the Section 5 AAA bracket here. The Bengals, of course, will move on if they are victorious tonight. The winner will take on Osseo, who defeated St. Michael Albertville in the match just prior to this one. So the second-seeded Orioles moving on to play at Anoka on Saturday. The Bengals or Eagles will join them. Larry?
Yeah, it should be fun tonight. We're going to start off with the players we're going to be watching tonight for Totino-Grace are going to be Hope Schiller. It's just a sophomore, 10th grader, youngster, but she leads the team in kills and assists. I mean, by a wide margin. She's got 698 attempts. The next closest player for Totino-Grace is Opat with 304. She also has 311 kills. So as she goes, so go the Eagles. The other person to watch out for the Eagles will be Delaney Rohan, who is coming in, hitting at her close to a 500 clip overall in attack percentage, one of the top in the state. So amazing thing about her, 355 attempts on the year, 191 kills and only 29 errors.
Very impressive. We talked earlier to Totino-Grace head coach Michelle Becksmith about tonight's match. We are down here courtside with Eagle head coach Michelle Hockersmith. Coach, coming into your third season with this team, correct? Yeah. All right, 21-8 on the season, 10-0 in the conference. Talk about what it's going to take to get to that section title game tonight and beat the Bengals.
I think we just need to focus on our side, not focus on them, and really take control, serve tough, keep everything on our end, and just push them.
You guys have a pretty young team. One of those young leaders is Hope Schiller. Talk about her play as a sophomore, as an outside hitter, and how that could be an impact tonight.
Hope is an all-around athlete. She plays all around for us. She's a powerhouse, and she's super humble, and I think if we feed her the ball, it'll be a good situation for us, and I look forward to watching her kill the ball.
All right, and then last but not least, Delaney Rowan, 6'0", a senior setter for you. Talk about her impact as a leader on this team.
She has been on varsity for 4 years now, and this is her senior year, captain, and the girls really look up to her, and she is just one of those athletes that is able to calm us down and take advantage when we need her, and she is just a really good athlete and is a phenomenal player.
All right, thank you so much, Michelle Hockersmith, head coach of the Totino-Grace Eagles. Good luck tonight.
So you can see there, we're going to be talking about Hope Schiller and their setter, Delaney Rohan. Important that she said, most coaches would say, we got to focus on our side of the net. And with Blaine, we talked about Totino-Grace being very heavy with Hope Schiller as being their top attacker. Blaine really rounds it out. They've got a number of attackers, I think 4 with over 300 attempts in the year. They're going to be led by Lydia Dimke. Again, just a junior, but one of the all-around top volleyball players in the state. You can see there with 230 kills, 103 aces. She also runs the show when she's in the back row. Great setter as well. She's going to be helped out a lot by Taylor Morgan, just a sophomore, the high-flying Taylor Morgan, who can really dominate in the middle, and will be fun to watch her. But that's, when you're Totino-Grace, you got to pick your poison when they're up front. You're going to have to pick 1 or 2 players, focus on them. If the other one goes off, you adjust afterwards. But Blaine's got an all-around good program. We'll hear that from Coach Gorman here shortly.
Yes, in her 8th season with the Bengals, here's what she had to say just moments ago. Bengal head coach Celeste Gorman joins us now here courtside. Coach, talk about your #1 ranking here, your #1 seeding in this tournament. What's it going to take to get to the section championship game, beat Totino-Grace?
Well, I think what we have to do is make sure that we're focused on our game and make sure that we take care of the ball on our side of the net, and that we shut down their outside hitter and their right side hitter, and make sure that she's more of a non-factor than she is a factor.
You talked earlier about the well-rounded play of your offense this season. You said that when some other players may not have as good of a night, others step up. How important will that be tonight?
I think that's important for us every night, just because it's a part of our game plan. We want to make sure that defenses can't cheat and blockers have to play us honestly. So, and it's important for our style of play. Like, we want to run as fast of an offense as we possibly can, and we want everybody involved so that we're unpredictable.
And last but not least, Sierra Trost and Lydia Dimke, two of the stars we're going to be looking out for tonight. Just a couple words about them and how their impact will be needed tonight as well.
Well, Sierra Trost is,
Thank you.
she'll kill me if I don't correct it. That's why. She is one of the smartest volleyball players I've ever coached. She just sees things so well. Not only does she know how to put it where she wants to put it there, but she sees that she should put it there. She's just a really smart player. She won't hurt us at all. I think, the tribute that she brings to the team is just being an outside hitter this year after never really having played that. She's a setter by trade, so we really like what she does for us. And then Lydia Dimke is she's a force everywhere. She sets well, she hits well, she serves unbelievably, and she's a dynamic player. She makes a lot of people look good, and our block is tremendous and makes our defense look good. So
great. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Bengal head coach Celeste Gorman, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
So there's the words from Coach Celeste Gorman. We heard both sides saying we want to focus on our side of the net. And that's what you got to do, is you can't really let what the other team's doing affect you too much outside of some strategy where you want to go how you want to play defense. But I think the key tonight is Totino-Grace and their team chemistry. They come from behind a couple of times this year, and they got to try not to get down if the big Blaine machine starts rolling.
Yeah, and definitely the Bengals have been successful this year, not only with their well-rounded and balanced offense, but on their defense as well. One of the biggest strengths they've got coming into this game. I asked Coach Gorman, what is one weakness your team has? And she says, I'm not going to tell you. Not saying they don't have a weakness, but they don't want it exposed tonight.
Yeah, I think if there's a little bit of a weakness is because they can be so dominant, they get a little sloppy at times, lose a little focus. But I don't think in the section semifinals, I think we're down to the point where they, as their shirts say, they have unfinished business. They've got one goal in mind. That's get back in the state and make some noise this year. Looking for their third straight trip to the conference or the sectional finals.
Indeed, and we are just about set here for action. Again.
So it should be a fun one tonight. Another little quirk about the Blaine High School, going down the middle of the court is their curtain that they use for school. And it's come into play a few times when we've been here. It's already came into play tonight in the first match versus Osseo versus St. Michael's. So it'll be interesting to see how if there's any plays that it affects. Now, here's the starting lineups. We're introducing the non-starters first for Totino-Grace. And now the starters. Totino-Grace made it to the section semifinals last year where they lost the Centennial on their home court. So looking to make that one extra step this year. And now the non-starters for the Blaine Bengals.
Number 9, Madison Mikulski. Number 10, Allison Brisky. Number 11, Michaela Darris. Number 12, Molly McGrath. Number 13, Kaylee Donis. Number 15, Rachel Zins. Number 14, Brooke Christensen. And now your starters. Number 1, Jessica Jorgensen.
Starters now for the Bengals.
Number 3, Sierra Trost. Number 4, Lydia Dimke.
your Bengal starters, again coached by Celeste Gorman in her 8th season now with Blaine, and has brought this team a lot of success over the years. But as you mentioned, trying to get over the hump this year, make it to the state tournament and win at that level.
Yeah, they played extremely well last year in the section final, one of the classic volleyball matches you'll ever see. And I think they're extremely disappointed with how they rounded out their season in the state tournament. So they're looking to get back there and make some noise. So take a look at the Totino starters here with Hope Schiller. Her sister Heather played here last year, was on the Concordia at St. Paul. And then Megan Heinrichs, Laura Eichens, Erin Opat, Andrea Gagnon, Delaney Rowan, which we spoke about. And then the libero is Megan Dahl. And starters for the Bengals, Catherine Hawkins and Rebecca Hawkins, sisters, playing on the front row. Taylor Morgan and Jessica Jorgensen. Lydia Dimke, who's going to be going to Purdue in 2 years. Sierra Trost and Alex Brown, the libero.
Yeah, Dimke at 6'2", pretty impressive that as a junior she's already knows where her future is going to be.
Yeah, Blaine's a little down already tonight. They have their PA and their normal PA announcer, Rod Moorhead, on the shelf with knee replacement surgery.
Oh, that's
had to get
good.
that out there. He was my locker mate here when I went to Blaine many years ago.
Oh, wasn't that many years ago?
No, it was many years ago. Get well, Rodney. We'll miss you out here at the field house.
All right, so we are just about set to go. The Bengals on your right in the gray jerseys, and the Eagles on your left of the screen at home. Dimke will serve for Blaine to start things off, and a pretty good crowd on hand here at the Bengal gym.
Yeah, Blaine draw is usually pretty good. Usually have a pretty good student section. I don't know if it's going to be down a little bit tonight with the Halloween, but here we go.
Dressed up. Dimke serves. The Eagles are there. Bengals looking for another attack. Nice double block by the Eagles on the other side, Larry.
It was good there, but number 6, Rebecca Hawkins, just drills it off the block, down for a point for the Bengals.
Yeah, the Eagles got up high, but unable to get anything out of it, so 1-0 early for the Bengals. Eagles will match up the score, though, with that one flying out of bounds on Blaine.
Good attack there by the Eagles. Leads to the point as Blaine couldn't handle the pass. Now Rowan will start off with the serving for the Eagles.
Just barely over the net. The Bengals play it well. And then a touch here on the near side. It would be a point for Totino.
There's a little bit of that quick offense Coach Gorman talked about, trying to do the real quick attack down the middle and just couldn't connect.
So Hawkins now back to serve. That was Rowan again for Totino. The Bengals, an error there.
Yeah, Alex Brown couldn't handle the serve there. Kind of got moving a little bit. Rowan starts it and keeps it going.
So it's 3-1 now. Totino up early here. And the Bengals with a great kill.
Dimke out of the back row. Something she can add, not only just with the good tack, but a great spot in the back left corner.
Yeah, you saw it right there. We had a good look at it here from our spot. Nice dig by the Bengal libero. Brown was there to keep it alive, and the Bengals will get a point.
You hate to see those when you're a coach, but you got to respect Dimke. But you got to remember she's back row. She can't attack the ball above the net, so she can only do a couple little things. And Totino-Grace is a little not expected for it. Trost with the service error. 4-3 now for Totino.
Yes, substitution now, it looks like, for the Eagles. Coming in is Caroline Shermone, and she will serve. Just 5'5", a junior for Totino. On the serve. Right to Brown, tips it up. The Bengals will get the point.
Catherine Hawkins there with a good kill. Great pass there by Alex Brown, set up to Lydia Dimke, who put the ball right where Hawkins wanted it. She made no doubt. Jorgensen now to serve for the Bengals.
Just goes right to Shermone. Eagles keep it alive. Bengals now on the other side. Going out of bounds to keep it alive. Eagles. Back and forth we go. Point. Bengals.
There's our first look at Taylor Morgan, the high flyer. She can really get in the air.
Look at that.
The block was there, but power on that one, too. It just drove it right through and down.
Had a chance to talk to Morgan before the match, and she is a very bubbly personality as well. And the Bengals are getting fired up now, Larry, with a 6-4 edge after that one.
Nice play by Rebecca Hawkins on the overpass there for the quick point.
So here we go. Bengals serve from Jorgensen. Eagles will try to play it. That one is going to stay in bounds.
That's Schiller's first kill of the night and catches the line. Nice shot by Schiller.
Yeah, and the Eagles needed that right there. The Bengals had fired off a couple of points in a row. Puts them within one again. 6-5 Bengals here. That one will go out of bounds, and we'll be tied back up at 6, Larry, and pretty back and forth early on as these two teams feel each other out a bit.
Trying to take advantage of Morgan's jumping ability, and she just slapped it a little bit wide.
Ishins serves for the Bengals.
There's what Morgan does. Goes straight up, and the ball comes straight down.
We talked about the power, Larry. Look at this one again. Very similar to the last point she had.
Power, just that one, she went over the top of everybody on that one.
Now Morgan gets the block. Goes out of bounds, though, on the other side, so the Eagles will get the point. But again, she's involved in the play.
She was there. It was a good block set up by the Bengals, but Gagnon was able to just hit it right off the block, and Blaine wasn't able to turn their hands inside to keep it in play. Tied up at 7.
Emma Schultz serves for the Eagles. Morgan again, this time double block. It's going to go out of bounds, though. Point for Big Blue.
Take a look at this one there. She is getting way up in the air. Just drove it right down on the top of the head of one of the Totino players.
What a night she's having early. The Bengals back up 1. Nice dig to keep it alive. The Eagles are back there with it on the other side. A little dink doesn't go. Eagles resume play. That one's going to fly out of bounds off of a Bengal, and point goes to Totino. So Larry, the Bengals and Eagles going back and forth, but look at this.
Yeah, good play there by Rowan there, getting the good kill off a good attack.
Now serving for Totino is Hope Schiller, who we talked about earlier. That's one of those errors, Larry, that they're going to want back.
Yeah, that was not server right at Trost, but she couldn't quite handle it. Just kind of got moving back a little bit.
So Schiller
back-to-back service aces now by Rohan. And Totino goes out to a 10-8 lead. Picking on Sierra Trost here a little bit.
Well, their largest lead of the night, and yes, you're right. It's Trost. Will they go to her again?
Well, they've changed up their service seed. This time Brown gets it. Little roll shot there by Morgan.
So the Eagles back to work. Bengals, good volley to keep it alive.
And Rohan again. That ball looked like it might be going wide, but Hawkins gets a hand on it and just pushes it out of bounds. Probably just couldn't get out of the way.
Bengals on the defensive here the last couple of serves. Schiller again in the back row. The Bengals getting set. It's a pretty easy point there for Blaine as Totino mishandled it.
Yeah, looked like Megan Heinrichs tried to get a little catch Blaine unawares and just couldn't get the ball over the net.
So Brown serves. Bengals down 2 here at home in the Section 5 3A semifinal game. That one will stay in bounds for another point, and I believe it was
that was Lydia Dimke there, first attack out of the front row and put it down with authority.
As she does so well. Bengals back within 1 now. That one does hit the curtain, Larry, as you talked about earlier. The Bengals will tie it up.
Nice play there by Trost. You talked about the curtain. It just brushed the curtain there, stayed on the Blaine side, so they're allowed to continue to play it.
And they did so well. So Brown again serving for Blaine. The set, and Eagles try a little dink, doesn't work. The Bengals back there. Eagles try to keep it alive. Good set from Hawkins. That one's going to go out of bounds. Point to the Bengals. And
a couple of sets there to Jorgensen in the middle. They're just not connecting quite yet. Expect that that'll happen a little. They'll get on track here shortly with Jorgensen. 12-11 Blaine.
Brown's third straight serve is an ace.
Nice serve by Brown. Check that. She had been going deep, and all of a sudden she just hits that little floater up inside the 10-foot line. Catches Totino a little unawares.
Yeah, catching them off guard. The diving effort from Dahl. Point Bengals are up 2 now. 13-11 midway through the first game. And the Eagles will celebrate that one. I think it was Dimke on the play, Larry. We'll have to see if we can see it again.
Delaney Rohan on the kill there, going cross court. And we've got the libero here, Megan Dahl, to serve for the Totino, to trail 12-13.
Dahl getting a workout here early, and let serve. They'll take that one, right?
Yeah, you take any of those free points you can if you're the opposition. Now Dimke goes back to the service line, 103 aces on the year. And she returns the favor, puts it in the middle of the net.
Yeah, that's a play. You know, you're trying to get it just over the net, and
well, you have a high risk.
Didn't work.
You get a high risk serve like that. Sometimes the timing's just off. It's hard to get the ball over. Now Rohan to serve. There's the net. There's that curtain.
Well, and it caused them a little bit of havoc there for the home team, Larry. And
yeah, not a great pass, but not a bad pass. Just a little bit too high, and pushes the ball back towards where it came, and Blaine couldn't adapt.
Yeah, Brown dove for it, but just a couple feet out of her way. And we're seeing the Bengals continue to hit that ball.
That one will be out. Hit the curtain, but comes across. It's considered out at that point. This is what, talking about the weakness that Blaine has. This happens. They get in these streaks.
Well, those returns, many of them have been high. Got to keep the ball down, avoid the curtain, and error on this side. The Bengals will take the point.
Nice play by Lydia Dimke there, just staying on her feet and pushing the ball across. When you're in the back row, you cannot when you're in front row, you cannot attack the ball above in front of the 10-foot line. So that's why she had to stay on her feet. And the service ace now by Sydney Trost. And Blaine retakes the lead at 16-15.
Yeah, they've rattled off a couple in a row. Trost will serve again. The Dahl for Totino. Their libero's getting a workout over here. A couple dives, trying to get a dig for for Totino, but the Bengals continue to keep it going. They're still high, Larry, on those passes. Okay. Bengals again, setting up here. That one's going to be long.
And no touch. Looking for a touch. Yeah, a high pass isn't necessarily. Oh, they do call a touch on that. Point will go to the Bengals, 17-15. High pass isn't necessarily a bad thing, but when you got the curtain down the middle, you just got to know where you want to go.
So you saw the replay there. Perhaps a hand out. The Bengals will take the point. They're up 2 now. That one's going to be long, and this time the Eagles don't touch it. So
Hope Schiller was a little late. Good thing for the Eagles that she couldn't get there and touch it. So nice play by Dimke. Saw that corner being open. Just a little bit long. 17-16, the Bengals.
So Totino serving with Shermone. Gets it to Brown. And point for Blaine. This time up front making an impact, Larry.
Yeah, there was Jorgensen. We talked there a little, not quite there in the first 2 attempts. This time she made no doubt. Ran a little 1-foot jump off the backside. There she goes to serve now, Jorgensen.
Fresh off the point. Bengals up 2 now. There's that one flies out of bounds, and so Totino right back within 1.
Hope Schiller there. She's been kind of quiet so far tonight. Most of the attacks have come from the right side with Rohan, but they're getting Schiller involved now.
Eichen's serve is good, right into the middle of the Bengals side of the court. They're setting it up again for Morgan. Got a little bit of net there, Larry, but they'll take the point. Look at this, another high leap from Morgan.
Yeah, she almost jumped too high. Either you're going to try to run the quick attack or the set wasn't quite there. I think they're going to try to run it quick, but Morgan's athletic enough that she could adjust. And now a service ace by Rebecca Hawkins.
I think Morgan could jump over that net, Larry.
She has got some hops. Now a 3-point lead late in the set.
The largest for the Bengals. Excellent job for Blaine to keep the play alive. Now they're back to the defensive, and they get the point. What an impressive sequence of events, Larry. And guess who's in on the action? Dimke.
Great defense to keep the ball alive. Totino-Grace missed a huge opportunity when Blaine was scrambling on the near side. They had the running ball. They could have pushed it to the corner. Nobody there, but give credit to Blaine for just diving all over, keeping the ball alive. Now a double contact in libero. This one's getting away fast from Totino. They're going to talk about it.
Yeah, they'll take a quick timeout, 22-17, and the Bengals are out to a 5-point lead, their largest, Larry. That last sequence really gets the team's adrenaline going.
Take a look at the sequence here. Here's Brown. Now right here, when Trost pushes over, the whole corner's wide open. I think that Totino missed a chance there to kind of take that point, and then just great back row defense, flying everywhere.
Dimke finishes it off.
Right here, you see all the players on that side. Great play by Trost. She pushes it over. Now watch this play right here. Good attack earlier. That's a great play by Trost coming back just to pop the ball in the air. Dimke gets to roll over the net. Just a crusher for Totino-Grace on that play.
And the momentum certainly in favor of the Bengals now, and it shows with their lead.
They had Blaine running all over there, just couldn't put it away.
The fact that they got back up so quickly and back into position to make a play is impressive. Coach Gorman can only smile about it, as I think even she was surprised at how well they came together on that sequence. Morgan again, double block. The Eagles keep it alive. Now that one's going to be just a little bit long, so Totino takes back a point, and at a crucial point, Larry, as they needed one right here.
Take a look at that. Good attack, just high and just a little bit long. Totino-Grace is doing a good job. They're putting 2 blockers on Morgan and trying to keep her. Morgan's got to adapt her swing a little bit instead of trying to put it straight down. She's going to have to go to corners.
Schultz on the serve. Here comes Morgan again off the set. Eagles are there to keep it alive.
And there's that push shot down the line right there.
And it
nice play by Rohan.
Oh, yes, it was a great play. Just barely on the line. A great play. It's the first time we've seen that from Rowan tonight, but a play that could perhaps be effective again later on. It's now 22-19 Bengals trying to close out this first one.
And there's Dimke off the block for a point. But going back with Morgan, take a look at the replay here. Nice strong swing off the block. Morgan's going up high, but when she tries to drive the ball down, she plays in the blocker's hands, literally. And there's an ace by Catherine Hawkins, and it's set point. But when she drives and draws straight down, you're hitting into the block. She can go a little bit further back, go over the top, or push to a corner, and she'll have that shot all night long.
Well, that serve there. It's a point for Totino. Keeps him alive. At 24-20, they'll serve, and it'll be Hope Schiller again, who as a sophomore, Larry, has played very well so far tonight, as she has all season long for Totino.
It's got to be the shoes.
Multicolored, the pink, yellow, and blue. And probably the best shoes on the court. Everybody else has just got those plain white ones.
Got her up and through, got her down for a point for Hope Schiller from the back row. Again, back row, she's back row, so she's got to take off behind the 10-foot line, which she did, and found the opening in the backcourt of Blaine. 24-21, Blaine leads.
So a crucial serve for Schiller this time, and the Bengals return it.
And Dimke closes it out.
Excellent attack, they get it, and it's 25-21. The Bengals taking the first of the best of 5 here at home in the Section 5 3A semis. Here's how that set point happened, right under the back line, Larry.
Yeah, just a great shot right down the line. A lot of times to the right side. You're looking for him to go cross court. She goes down the line, mixing it up well. So Blaine jumps out to the quick 1-0 set lead over Totino-Grace, 25-21. We'll be back with set number 2.
Check it out. Oh, that is magnificent.
Here comes the big one, Elizabeth.
I love it so much. I'm feeling a little guilty on account of me being married. There are 8 wonders in the world.
I can't believe it.
Pinch me. I think I'm dreaming.
Okay.
No, it's real.
Ooh, yes.
Welcome back to Blaine High School. The Bengals jamming, and Taylor Morgan is pretty pumped up. Larry Mickelson, as she should be. The Bengals take the first set 25-21, and a lot of big plays in that first set from her.
Acting like a sophomore that she is. I mean, she looked. You put her on the court, she's got her game face on. When she gets in the sideline, she's a good. She stays nice and loose. Good kid. I was introduced to her last year as a freshman when she in their match against Centennial, and she was just a bundle of energy, and she's continued to do that. So, but yeah, nice rounded attack there by Blaine with Taylor Morgan and Lydia Dimke, and some very good defense there at times, keeping balls alive. Not traditional solid defense, but keeping balls up. If you keep the ball in play, you always have a chance to win the point. So Totino-Grace did a good job of keeping it close, but Blaine was able to pull away later stages of set number 1. And that's what Totino-Grace has got to do, is just kind of stay with them and then try to hang with them till the end and not let them pull too far away.
Morgan pumped up. We saw her energy, and now her game face is on as soon as she steps onto the court. And the Bengals all smiles. Totino all smiles as well, really. You know, they did lose that first set, but still the girls very optimistic. We're just one set in. Totino will serve to start the second set, and it looks like it'll be Rowan doing the duties.
Well, you look at the kills, and Dimke and Morgan totaled for 8 or 9 of the kills. For Rowan, same as Rowan and Schiller, but Blaine had a little more help there than with the rest of their players. And now Dimke starts off a little over the shoulder flip, and it'll go down for a kill. Blaine lead 1-0.
And serving for the Bengals is Dimke again. What a powerful serve. The Eagles try to return it. No good.
That's what she brings. It's a hard serve, top spin jumper.
I wouldn't want to be on the other side of that net. Another good one right to the libero doll. Eagles on the attack, and good kill there as Hawkins dove for it.
Yeah, a little nice play by Laura Eichens there. Just a little flip shot to kind of an open corner there. Defense was playing up, looking for a tip, but she found the open court.
So 2-1 Bengals, and that'll make it 3-1. No Eagle was going to get there, and right in front it was Jorgensen.
Take a look at that. That's what they're talking about, that quick play, a quick set off of Lydia Dimke to Jorgensen, who hardly lets the ball sit in her hand and pushes it across for the point.
Trost on the serve for Blaine, up 3-1 now. That one's going to be long as Totino tries to return it, and the Bengals out to an early 4-1 lead now.
Strong swing there, just a little long by Totino-Grace.
Coach Gorman, you saw just a moment ago, talked about the strength of her Bengals on the serve, and they've been very well.
Nice.
Very good there tonight.
There's Schiller coming down kind of in the slot area there for the kill. Nice swing by Schiller.
Yeah, Schiller getting the high fives from her teammates. The 5'11 sophomore, another young player that can have an impact down the road for this young Totino team. Just 3 seniors on the squad. Eagles get the return, another high pass. Bengals gonna get the point here.
Yeah, give the credit to kill to Catherine Hawkins, I believe. Yes, number 7, but net violation on Totino-Grace. And 5-2 lead now for the Bengals. And Jorgensen goes back to serve for Blaine.
Yeah, it's 6'1", the junior. She's got a good serve as well. On the attack of the Eagles, double block. Bengals keep it alive. And there's that same play again. Hawkins just pushes it over the net, Larry, and the Bengals have been very, very effective doing that here in the second set.
Yeah, nice play there by Catherine Hawkins. Saw that the block was there. The short shot was available and just pushed it over there.
So Jorgensen serves. The Eagles volley now. Dimke puts it up. Hawkins
into the net.
Went high there. So Totino will serve now. Down 3, and it looks like it's going to be Heinrich. Excuse me, it's Emma Schultz. Got 4 assists tonight. Bengals set on the return. Hawkins tries for the kill. Eagles keep it alive. Bengals in front of the net. A little miscommunication. It looks like between Brown and Morgan there.
Well, Morgan hit or passed the ball up high, and you got to clear the area because the ball came straight down, and neither Brown nor Dimke could get around her to pick up the ball.
So 6-4 now. Bengals still up to the lead of 2, and Hawkins with the kill, I believe.
Yep, another kill by Catherine Hawkins, her 3rd of the set. Blaine looks a little much more focused tonight than I've seen him earlier this year. They know what's on the line, and that's what's going. It happens to good teams, and it's going to be a point for Blaine. Not necessarily service ace, but definitely point off the serve by Rebecca Hawkins.
So they're out to an 8-4 lead now. Rebecca Hawkins will serve it again, the sophomore. That one just over the net, right to the libero. Dahl again. High pass, and they push it over the net again. Waiting for that one to drop there. Nice double block on the point for Big Blue.
Nice play by Taylor Morgan, helped out by Lydia Dimke, sealing off that side. Ball comes straight down, stuff block. Take a look at it here. Nice play.
Good tandem to have in the front row there. Dimke and Morgan. Great dig by Brown. And we got a whistle.
Got a double contact there when 2 players ran into each other. Don't want to see the ball fall, but kind of rules of the court there. You don't want Taylor Morgan taking that if you can help it. Take a look at the replay. Hawkins came in, but was unable, or Brown kind of overran her.
Schiller on the serve. Morgan blocked. And it looks like the Eagles starting to anticipate Morgan going high.
Solo stop.
Wow, she got up high over the net that time. This time on defense.
Take a look at that. You called it right. High over, got good penetration with the hands. When the ball came down, had nowhere to go, but it's down on the other, on the Totino side of the court. Trost with the overpass kill.
And Trost pumped up after that one.
And this is what Coach Hockersmith talked about earlier. Totino-Grace can't lose their composure. They got to stay in it, not get overwhelmed by the Blaine side of the court.
They, as you mentioned earlier, Larry, have come back from behind several times this year. And
it's Rohan off the right side, off the touch.
I was going to say, it looked like it was a touch. So Dahl will serve now for Totino-Grace, down 11-6 here. The Eagles needing some life quickly here in the second set.
And if you're Totino-Grace, you don't like that. You're trying to get back into it. Not exactly a real tough serve, but just carried long. Point Blaine up 12-6.
Brown to serve for the Bengals. Right into the middle. Eagles get the return, and now Dimke. Little push. Dimke dives for it and nearly runs into Brown. It will be a point for the Eagles.
Nice little roll shot there by Rohan. Yes, she'd been pounding. Got the Blaine defense on their heels and just rolled it over the top of the block. Nice play by Rohan.
Just enough. The Eagles need to piece a few together if they want to have a chance here in the second set.
Jorgensen goes a little long with her attack.
Yeah, that one was close. He looked a little bit frustrated. It's now 2 straight points for the Eagles. Long return for the Bengals that goes over the net. Eagles are there, trying with a little push shot. And then high goes Dimke again. And she won't get it. She looks up at the line judge and says,
she was hoping for a touch, but it's the problem. You can jump over people. It's kind of hard to get those touches, but just wide on the serve by Rohan, but they get on 3 points back, so now trail only 13-9 to the Bengals, and Dimke goes back to serve.
And this is who you want in this position about halfway through the second set. Up 1-0. A let serve there again, and we've seen her do that a couple times tonight, Larry. But as you mentioned, it's a high-risk situation. A couple times hasn't worked out.
Just got to get that toss a little bit higher, extend the arm a little bit higher, so the ball gets a chance to go over the net.
Curtin comes into play again on the Bengals side of the court. Another high pass. Eagles get the return.
Going to be called a net violation on Blaine, number 2.
It's Alex Brown.
Alex Brown must have been coming up for the 2 or 3. But point now to kill the shoulder and a point to Totino-Grace. And they're going to call a lift, I believe, there, or double contact. Now Totino's right back in it, 13-12. Blaine's got to tighten it up again. They had things rolling early.
We mentioned the Eagles have done this before. Caroline Shermone back to serve.
And Michaela Barris comes in now to give Catherine or Rebecca Hawkins a little bit of a breather.
Serve a little bit long. Brown gets it on the return. Nice push shot by Dimke again. Eagles return it though. Out front, the kill.
And catches the line. That was Barris in. Now you're watching that, you go, why did Brown look kind of awkward setting that ball? As a libero, you can take a look at it, just missed it. But she cannot overhead set or set over her head in front of the 10-foot line. So that's why she had to keep that back foot off. And a service error now by Trost lets Totino-Grace crawl back to 13-14 deficit.
Yeah, and close here we are in the second set. The Eagles needed a comeback like this one. Eishen's back to serve. The 5'11 junior. Bengals on the return now. Trost is there, and then go on the attack again. High pass. Bengals get the block, and right in front of us, Dimke dives for it. Well, it goes out of bounds. Good effort.
It was off the block. Nice swing there, I believe, by Schiller. Goes high up on the hands, pushed it off the outside hand of Blaine, and Dimke unable to track it down.
Rebecca Hawkins back into the set now. Barris goes out, so Barris making an impact in the minute or so she was in, Larry, but now they'll get some fresh legs again with Hawkins.
Yeah, I see Jorgensen here, just a little push shot to the corner. Set a little bit different from what Morgan does. Morgan just tries to power the ball down. Jorgensen's trying to find open spots. Both are very effective.
Jorgensen off to serve. Now Totino on the attack. Bengals keep it alive. Dimke gets the high pass. Off the block, the Bengals will get the point and get the kill to Hawkins.
Rebecca Hawkins there just took a little bit off of it, off the hands, and kind of rolls down in the middle of the court. Take a look at it here. Just a little roll shot, and Totino couldn't react quick enough.
Excellent.
Gagnon there with the kill off the right side.
Gagnon, the first time he called her name tonight, a senior, one of the 3 on this Totino-Grace squad, showing some leadership throughout the season, and tonight she comes up big with one that the Eagles really needed right there. So now we resume play. 16-15 Bengals lead. They'll add one.
That's Morgan's first kill, but if you see that again, she's hitting right down into the hands of the block. I'd like to see her maybe just flatten it out a little bit, just try to go over the top of them.
Eagles starting to see what Morgan can do, and they've been able to defend it better here in the second set. They're down 2 points though.
Nice play by Dimke there. They're going to get, we got Blaine in the net there, Morgan. I talked about Morgan driving it straight down. Maybe she wants to change her. I've never been that high, so I have no idea what you can do when you're that high. So.
I'm telling you, she can jump over the net if she tried. The Eagles back to serve now, down 1 and crawling back here. They were down by as many as 5, I believe, in this set. Excellent set to keep it alive.
Nice shot.
Kill.
Nice shot by Catherine Hawkins. Nice little cut down through inside the block there with some authority. Take a look at it there. She kind of got hidden. She came from a long ways to get that.
Nobody in the area. Gives the Bengals 18-16 edge now. Bengals keep it alive. Brown gets it over. Another good block. Dimke in on it. Morgan goes just a bit long off the block. But on the attack.
No, not off the block. The block, point Blaine. 18-17 now, Blaine.
Well, Dimke, right before that, got a hand on just before they got the pass to her.
Totino-Grace just not going away.
Oh, that one, not what you want to do there, Larry.
No.
Out of bounds, long on the serve.
Now Brown to serve for the Bengals. Front row now for Blaine is, we have Brooke Christensen in the front row, number 14, going to play on the right side.
That one way high. Bengals keep it in play, though. Excellent job. That one even above the curtain. Dimke.
Wide, no touch. It's 19-18. Yeah, it looks like Blaine brought in Christensen. Take a look at the replay there. She was trying to go down the line just a little bit wide, but brought Christensen in for Trost, get a little bigger block around the front row there. So you've got Jorgensen, Rebecca Hawkins, and Christensen front row for Blaine.
Here they go, Dimke.
And tied up now. Totino-Grace is crawled back. Trost will come back for Christensen here.
So yeah, 19 all as we get down to the nitty-gritty towards the latter portions of the second set. Another point for Totino, and they've come back, as we mentioned, Larry, that they've done a few times.
Taking the lead. Take a look at it here. I don't know if the ball ever did clear the net. No, it didn't. It would have been a poor contact call anyway. And Totino-Grace takes a 20-19 lead. Blaine's going to tie him out and talk about. Started out, Blaine had this thing in control. They lost a little bit of their focus, I thought. Got a little sloppy. Allowed Totino-Grace to get back into it. Give them that little breath of fresh air. I mean, Blaine was up at one time, 6-2. And after that, Totino-Grace just crawled back in.
If you're Coach Gordon, what do you tell the girls right now?
Say, settle down, play your game. Get back to what we were doing earlier. That was just solid defense, good passing, good defense. Come back to that.
Yeah, Bengals have got to get back to what they do well, and Coach Gorman giving them a chat. The Eagles will serve now up one, the first time they've led in this set. Crucial point of the set. Bengals are going to get one back here.
Nice quick play by Jorgensen down the middle, ties it up at 20. Dimke will now serve for the Bengals.
Yeah, this is a great chance for Blaine to get a few back quickly. And how about an ace to start it off?
Second one of the night, I believe, and 105 on the season. Big one right there. Gets them back into the lead.
She just gets so high on that serve, Larry, and this time she'll try it again, but it's a little bit long, so we're knotted back up at 21.
Yeah, she didn't get on top of that one quite as high and just sailed a little bit long. So now it's going to be Carolyn Shermone go back to serve for Totino-Grace.
And the Eagles dive for it, and
nice roll shot there by Hawkins, taking a little bit off of it. Gets the point, and Trost will go back now to serve for the Bengals, up 22-21.
You see here Shermone dives after it, only got about one hand on it. Totino now in the attack. Good block by the Bengals. The Eagles keep it going on their side. And that one's going to go right into the net, and the Bengals will take an easy point.
The block led to that point. They didn't lead directly to the point, but when Schiller went up, she saw the double block and tried to cut it down the line and just couldn't do that. So sometimes those plays don't lead directly to points, but Schiller knew she couldn't do that one. Same shot again, so try to turn that thumb over, turn it down a little cross court, sharp angle, and just couldn't get it across the net.
Quick timeout now, and don't forget, you can always go to NorthMetroTV.com to order a DVD, watch games online, or check out Sports Den, which was just about an hour ago. Our crew was busy filming Sports Den. You can also call us at 763-231-2801. And Larry, this is one so far that if you're a Bengals fan, you'll want to see again.
Yeah, it's so far Blaine's same kind of something similar to the first set. Totino-Grace gets back, hangs tough, but then the crunch points here late in the set. Blaine's been able to find the way to get that point.
Bengals up two. Trost will serve for Blaine. Late in the second set, Blaine 23-21. Eagles keep it alive off the Blaine block. And again, Hawkins is denied at the net. Eagles trying to come back. Great block. And the point, Jorgensen got up high for Blaine.
Nice play by Jorgensen. Strong hands. You can see that she presses across the net. So when she makes contact, the ball comes down. It's going to land on Totino's side of the net.
Another serve from Trost. It is set point. Now they're going to get it. Trost on the serve. And Eagles miss on the return, and they take the second set due to the Bengals.
Take the second one also by a 25-21 score. We said early, Blaine ran off to a quick lead. Looked like they're going to run away with it. Totino-Grace crawls back, but Blaine comes up with the big points late. Big points late to take a 25-21 set 2 win and go up 2-0 in the Section 5 3A semifinal.
That matter in the community. New episodes premiere Fridays at 6:30 p.m.
High school sports highlights and a recap of your teams, Blaine, Centennial, and Spring Lake Park. Watch Sports Den. New episodes each Wednesday live at 6 p.m.
Watch Inside Entertainment to find out which movies you'll want to check out at the theater.
Pierre Roddy to the 10, 5, touchdown Cougars!
Educational and informative programming focused on local events created to inform our communities on issues regarding public safety.
NMTV can also be watched anywhere in the world live, on the web, and on demand at northmetrotv.com.
Once the polls close on Tuesday, November 6th, tune in to North Metro TV for complete coverage of Election Day.
Join us as we focus on local election results while also keeping you up to date on state and national races.
Starting at 8 p.m., our team coverage will bring you live results, in-depth stories, and exclusive interviews.
North Metro TV, your home for Local Decision 2012.
Back at Blaine High School, the Bengals leading 2-0 in the Section 5 3A semifinal, along with Larry Mickelson. I am Matt Johnson, and Larry, the Bengals coming back, as you mentioned, right before the break to pull off the victory in that second set after Totino threatened late.
Yeah, you saw there was a great example of Blaine's depth right there. Morgan and Dimke combined for 9 kills in the first set. Only had 2 in the second, but Blaine got a lot of production out of Jorgensen, and then Rebecca and Catherine Hawkins. Thought they lost a little bit of focus there in the middle of the set. Let Totino-Grace get back into it, but pulled away at the end. Give Totino-Grace credit for not getting down, but coming back. Take a look at a couple of the Blaine students there doing the
Gangnam Style dance. This is the hit, Larry. I'm just getting wind of it, but this is the hit with the kids these days.
I've heard of it. I've seen it. Looks like even the Blaine huddle's getting into it. So
it's a phenom. Devry Foss doing a fantastic job as a fellow Blaine student at getting the pictures. Coach Hawker-Smith for Totino, he saw her just there a second ago, trying to get her team back into it. We saw them come back in that second set, but they weren't able to finish. And that's been the story for Totino in a couple of their other matches this season. And it's all smiles for Coach Gorman and the Bengals, Larry, at this point.
So far, so good. She'd probably like to see them get when they had the foot on the gas there at the first part of the second set, like to keep them going on that. But she likes the way they bounce back after giving up the lead.
Well, they can close it out here in the third set. Dimke will serve. Best of 5, of course. The Bengals up 2-0. Totino gets the first point of set number 3.
Nice shot there by Aaron Opat. No, I don't think that was. Is that Aaron Opat that got the kill?
It was.
Yes,
yeah.
It was. Okay.
Great call.
Nice shot. And Rowan back to serve now for Totino-Grace.
Eagles up 1 now. Bengals, little push shot. It's a little bit wide. Point goes to Totino.
Yeah, and I was going to wonder about that. She's done that a couple of times. They called her, but not because the ball went wide. They called her for a lift. Maintained contact a little too long on that ball.
Bengals coming back here. High return sticks in the curtain, Larry.
And that's what happened in the first match between Osseo and St. Michael. Ball stays up there, so that will be a replay.
And I guess one of the line judges getting a laugh out of it as we resume play. Totino up 2-0 here in the third set. On their heels, needing this one to keep the match alive and their season. Eagles good volley here, and Bengals right back. They run into the net, Larry, and Jorgensen, good effort, but just ran out of space.
Well, Dimke was right there, too tight to the net. She's back row. She can't go up and attack the ball when it's above the net, so she kind of had to wait for it to come down. By that time, it was too late. Barrett's back into the match now for the Bengals.
Rowan serves again. Three straight, this is her fourth. And another point for Totino. The Bengals here in this third set looking a little bit off.
Yeah, their passing breaking down a little bit here.
So Rowan again back to serve for the Eagles. And diving for it from all the way across the court was Trost, Larry. She couldn't get any help over there.
Well, it's the setter's ball. Second contact is always the setter's ball unless she calls for help. So a little surprised she didn't ask for some help there, just to bump the ball up, get it across. 5-0 now for Totino-Grace.
6 straight.
And another service ace now by Totino, 6-0.
Yeah, Hawkins looks like just kind of tried to get the pass. It was high, and she just kind of curved away from her a little bit.
Didn't get set there. Probably would have been better off the planter to make a stake in the ground, use an overhead fingertip pass just to push it up.
Good point here for the Bengals to call a timeout.
Yeah, let's just get them back on track, you know, get their minds back to the match. You're up 2-0, but it can get away in a hurry. So Coach Gorman bringing them back and trying to, you know, hey, we're not done yet. We can't screw around here. We've got to play our game, and starts with passing. They haven't passed the ball well at all in this set so far. Take a look at her and see Coach Gorman's little different
demeanor,
facial, a little bit different demeanor than we saw her last time.
Yeah, a little more urgency now as they're down 6-0. The Bengals haven't scored since the Gangnam Style dance.
Yeah,
I've got to blame it on that.
Yeah, you could do it. They got their minds out of it. They're Gangnam in style in their heads, and they forgot to play volleyball. But here we're going to bet Rowan down. We continue to serve.
Yeah, the 7th straight now. So Rowan, as he mentioned, one of 3 seniors on this Totino squad, leading them now here in set number 3.
And serve, the set kind of led Opat right into the net there. So a free point for Blaine. Trost will go back now to serve.
Well, if nothing else, this breaks up the momentum of Totino-Grace. Just 1 point for Blaine, but if they can get 1 or 2 back here, that'd be huge. The Eagles on the return. Nice attack, Jorgensen, or excuse me, Schiller. The Bengals are there, and the Eagles get it right back.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there. Set one a little bit further. Jorgensen ran a little bit further wide than I think Dimke anticipated, and set wasn't quite there. Point now for Totino, up 7-1.
Shermone on the serve. Dimke, the pass.
Double contact there. But I'm not liking this, what I'm seeing about Blaine. They're passing a lot of balls backing up. They're not getting there, stopping and passing the ball. They're on their heels. That's awfully hard to pass the ball when you're going backwards. That's much better right there.
Even with the girls.
Going to get another double contact on Dimke. 9-1 now for Totino-Grace. And the 1 point that Blaine scored was on a net violation for Totino. They haven't really made Totino earn a lot of them. They've been giving them points.
Hawkins comes out of the game now. Rebecca Hawkins for Blaine. So the Bengals switching things up just a bit. Trailing. Totino keeps it alive off the block. Great return. Brown gets it in the middle. Totino back to set on the attack. And that's a dive to keep it inbounds. Here they do it.
Oh, unfortunate there for Totino. That ball was going out. The line judge already had his hand in the air, but they went and got it, and then leads to a double contact. So, and Taylor Morgan now back in front row for the Bengals. First time she's been in the front row in this set.
Yeah, a place where she's been very effective tonight.
Number 13, Molly McGrath, comes in to serve for Blaine now. Finding themselves in the wrong end of a 9-2 score.
Bengals and Morgan.
There's that shot. Goes high, doesn't try to hit it straight down, just a little flip over the top. Hits the deep corner for the point.
Yeah, look at it one more time. We saw Morgan do this in the first set early, but she's been a little bit quiet since then after Totino figured her out. But looks like, Larry, she's doing exactly what you mentioned earlier, trying to get around the blocks. Good job there to get the Bengals their 3rd point of the set.
Not sure what we have going on here. We may have a site monitor coming over to talk to the student section. I think they're on the top row. You can't be on the top row, so they may have to be telling them to move back. We'll see what happens here. But with your Blaine, you're down in the wrong end of a 9-3 score, but you know you've got the weapons and you have the confidence to do it. You just got to clean it up, get your head back in the game, and you'll take over.
We'll resume play now. Bengals serving. I believe that's Callie Damas back for Blaine.
And her Molly McGrath's serve leads to what was that? I'm sorry. Yes, you're right.
13,
Callie Damas. I was looking at the wrong line.
Tough to see from our angle here, but look at a great serve. And the Eagles are unable to return it on the air. The Bengals take the point. Now they're down just 5. Great block by Morgan.
Leads to a double contact by Totino-Grace. Nice discipline there by Morgan, waiting for the ball to either contact Totino or come to her side of the net. Oftentimes you'll see them get a little bit anxious and they attack the ball before it crosses the net, give a free point to the other team. So Blaine only down 9-5 now.
Yeah, this is, we know the Bengals double block there. The Eagles get to it.
And Morgan making her presence known.
Taylor Morgan comes back in the game, and as soon as she does, she makes an impact, as we expect her to do, not only on defense, but on offense just a few minutes ago, too. So Morgan, I think they wanted her back in, Larry.
Yeah, that the whole dynamic changed once she entered the match.
It did. So now the Bengals down 3. On the attack here.
Nice shot by Catherine Hawkins down the line, and Blaine is only down by 2.
Wow, this last couple of minutes here has been big for the Bengals. Hawkins with the kill there, and it'll now be Damas on the serve. Bengals down 2. Damas right into the net.
But Blaine has they got 6 straight points and close it within 3 now. Yeah, Jorgensen, I mean, Blaine's fortunate. They got two good middles, and they bring a little bit different, each of them. Morgan's a much more physical player than Jorgensen, so it really changes the dynamic when that happens.
Brooke Christensen back in the game now for the in the match now for the Bengals, and Damas will go to the bench. Bengals on the attack, a little bit wide. Point goes to Totino, who gets one back, and they need it after the Bengals had scored several straight.
Take a look at that. Try to do a tough angle shot there. Just a little long.
Yeah, some frustration. Hawkins, she would want that one back. Wow. Just a little push shot. It works again.
Yeah, take a look at this here. You can see how the middles for Totino-Grace stayed on the ground, anticipating the set to Morgan. Allowed Dimke just to kind of push it right over the top of them. Nice play by Dimke, knowing what's going on.
Bengals a little fire back in them now. Down 3 here at home.
Nice shot by Gagnon there. Another cut shot. Can't go right through the block, so she tries to cut it inside. Does a good job of it. Good effort by Hawkins to try to get there, but just comes up a little bit short.
Serving now.
12-8 now for Totino-Grace.
Schultz back to serve. 2-0 in the match. The Bengals lead. They're down 4 here in the 3rd set. Make it 5.
Yeah, the pass there. Great position for the dig, but the pass just went a little bit long into the net, and Hawkins couldn't dig it out.
So Schultz again back for Totino. Up 13-8. Here, I thought we were going to see Morgan there again. Instead, it's Dimke.
Off the block and down. You take a look at that. The block was there. The set was high enough to allow the block to get over, but you take a look at Dimke's swing, and Totino-Grace wasn't able to press across. When they did block, it came down, but on their side of the net.
Great timing for Dimke to get the shot there. So now it is 13-9. Off the curtain, Morgan gets to it. Good pass, little push shot, no problem for Totino. On the attack, off the block from Morgan. Now back to Morgan. Thought she was going to go hard there, Larry. She pulled back a little bit.
Well, she had to. The set was set behind her. And so just a nice play to keep it going. But the Totino-Grace attack goes long, 13-10. Blaine back within 3. And Catherine Hawkins to serve for the Bengals, but into the net, and a 4-point lead once again for the Totino-Grace at 14-10. It's been a fun match to watch, especially when Rohan and Schiller get going for Totino-Grace. They bring the heat, and Blaine's got so many weapons. They're just fun to watch.
Kind of back and forth, very streaky both of these teams have been at points. Tino trying to get a couple good passes. Schiller gets it, but great dig for Hawkins to keep it alive for Blaine. Back into Tino's side. That one's going to be wide. The Bengals stay out, and they're right.
Yeah, kind of a tough play there by Schiller. Kind of trying to cut the ball back across her body to hit the sideline, and just a little bit too much. Alex Brown now to serve for the Bengals.
Ooh, a collision there in the middle.
Oh. Schultz is hurting a little bit.
Now Totino off the serve, collide a bit in the middle.
She guts it up though and makes a nice set that leads to the Totino point. She's going to come out, I think.
Yeah, Coach Smith will talk to Emma Schultz, and limping a bit there, and you never like to see that.
Yeah, I think they just banged their knees together, and she's obviously in pain. Give her credit though. I mean, she got back up, gutted it out to get the point.
Yeah.
It's unlike a lot of sport. They don't stop and say, well, let me know when you're ready. You got to keep going until the ball's down.
Sarah Kastenmeyer comes into the game, number 5 for Totino-Grace, as they take a look at Schultz, who's in tears over there on the Totino sideline talking to Coach Hockersmith.
No, banging knees, that hurts.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of flush there, so.
Don't blame her.
Yeah. Now they've got number 5, Sarah Katzenmeyer, like you said, coming in, just a sophomore, sitting on the bench all match, and then all of a sudden, hey, you got to go in there and be ready to come. And oh, back row, serve receive.
So she's a 5'5" outside hitter, the size you mentioned, a sophomore. So
she's not. So maybe can we have her go back there?
A brief break here.
Oh yeah, it's
Coach Gorman's talking to the officials.
Totino-Grace has got that point. I forgot. Ball. Got the kill. Trying to figure out the lineup here.
Yeah, Ishins is deciding whether she's supposed to be in or not. Over on the Totino sideline.
I think what they're wondering is with the libero, did they make a substitution here?
And yeah, they will. So Heinrichs comes out for the Eagles and Ishins in.
And just trying to get the rotation, because you get that little disruption. Kind of throws people out of sorts. Now number 5 is trying to figure out where she's supposed to be. That's Katzenmeyer. But here we go. And number 9, Megan Dahl to serve for Grace.
Eagles up 4. And
Stimke off the block for the kill.
Look at it one more time here. She gets high again, and
she likes that line shot. Just off the block and just gets it down.
So the Bengals back within 3 now. Stimke the set. Good block by the Eagles, but the Bengals keep it alive. Little push shot, kind of long from Hawkins. Totino's there on the attack now, Jorgensen. Bengals get it back though. Off the block, they'll take another one.
Yeah, nice attack by Trost. Block was there. It was going to go out anyway, but into the antenna for the point for Blaine. Again, pulled within 2.
Trost with 5 kills, 2 assists on the night. Big kill there. It's 15-13. Nice.
Rebecca Hawkins on that side.
Came across the court, Larry. They've done that a few times tonight. Very effective here. Look at it one more time.
Yeah, nice. Tried to go inside the block and did so effectively.
14-15 now. Bengals down just 1. The pass ends up going over the net, and it's Tino's side. Bengals up high, and they'll get a point
Opat, I believe, number 10. Yeah, Aaron Opat with the 2 strong swings there. Blaine wasn't able to handle the second one.
Serving now for Totino. Up 2 is Delaney Rowan.
Net violation by Totino-Grace. Give the kill to Jordan. I like that. Probably one of her stronger swings of the night. Everything clicked on that one. Brooke Christensen will now come in, replace Rebecca Hawkins, mostly for defensive and blocking purposes, I'm sure.
And Christensen at 6 feet. Junior, got some height there in the front for the Bengals.
And bring in the block, and number 3, Andrea Gagnon, just goes right over the top of it for the kill. Take a look at the replay.
Yeah, no hand, nobody got on it.
Sometimes it's not all about power, it's just a nice shot and putting it in the right spot.
Placement, yes, indeed. Shermone serves, Bengals.
Nice dig there.
Yeah, great dig by Dahl. Keeps it alive. Totino, they're going to collide in the back again, and we don't want any more injuries. Dahl collided with Shermone. The Bengals will get the point to pull within 1.
Nice quick attack there by Blaine. Take a look at it. Dimke goes high, just pushes it across, straight across, and the timing's there. Jorgensen's able to wipe it off the block for a point. 17-16 now. Totino-Grace. Blaine within 1, and Dalmas back to serve.
And back in the match, the Eagles and Hope Schiller. I believe it was Schiller on the attack, but the Bengals get the point here later. Let's take one more
look. It looked like she was trying to go off the high hands, just over the top of them a little long, and Totino-Grace is going to call timeout.
Well, a good time to do it. The Bengals have crawled back to tie it up, Larry. And you got to talk about the persistence of this Bengal team to stay in it here as we enter the late portions of the 3rd set.
Yeah, they found themselves down 9-1. Even that 1 point that they had received was a kind of a gift by Totino-Grace on a net violation, but when you've got the skill and the talent level that Blaine has, they know they can come back. So it's just don't freak out. Just get back, to settle down and start playing our game. That's what they've done. Being able to get back in, it was a nice 6-point run they got to close it to 10-7. Then they've been able to pick up, a couple points here. The thing they've been able to do lately is not allow, or they've been able to side out on Totino-Grace's serves, not allow Totino-Grace to get any runs whatsoever.
So we are tied here. You saw just a moment ago, Sports Den. You can check out daily 2, 6, and 10 AM or PM here on North Metro TV.
And Schiller tries going across court, but Taylor Morgan is ready and able and willing to knock that ball back over. Point Blaine now up 18-17.
First lead of the set. 7 points away from a match victory are the Bengals as they look to move on to the section championship. Another point closer after the kill in that one.
Nice block there by Morgan. Schiller tried changing it up a little bit. The roll shot just didn't get high enough. And Morgan was there to push it back down. Point Blaine up now 19-17.
On the serve is Damas for the Bengals. Totino trying to crawl back into it now after being out to an early lead, as you mentioned. Couple blockers up front for the Bengals that gets past them there.
Nice swing by Ishins right there to pull him back within 1. Was right through the block. Take a look at the replay. Late block was a little late getting up there, and Ishins was able to make him pay.
So Ishins will serve now. Eagles down 1. Morgan.
And Morgan returns the favor.
And we got a souvenir.
That was everything Morgan can do right there. Take a look. She gets high up and just powers it right through the block. Nice play by Morgan. Extends a lead to 2 by Blaine.
She takes a look up at the scoreboard. They are up 2.
Double contact call there on Rebecca Hawkins. Trying to set the back set there to the right side. Point Totino-Grace. And Emma Schultz is back in for Totino-Grace, shaking off that little bit of a knee injury, and she'll serve for the Eagles.
Great to see Schultz back, and she looks to be running just fine as she moves up towards the middle. Collision in front by a couple of Bengals. Dimke and Hawkins are both on the ground. They're back up and just fine now. Morgan the block. The Eagles play it though and get the point.
Good play by both sides, keeping the ball alive. Yeah, a little bit of a scary moment when Dimke went sliding across, and those are the ones we worry about, the lower leg. But now Totino-Grace has tied it back up at 20.
Schultz on the serve. Morgan gets the kill for the Bengals, and Larry, she just pushed that one right down.
Yeah,
Nobody could get to it.
Totino-Grace is looking for a carry there, but she didn't. It was just quick. Now Catherine Hawkins to serve, 21-20 Bengals. This is where they pulled away. It sets 1 and 2.
That one high up off the curtain. The Bengals are able to play it. Long and over the net to keep it alive. Good hustle by Totino here on the volley. Morgan again. Rowan, a couple of good passes for Totino.
Oh, nice play by Shermone.
And a long volley here on a big part of the set. The Bengals will win that battle, Larry. And
nice swing by Trost. Took a hard swing there. Take a look at it off the block, down the line. Hard to defense that. 3 points away now for the Bengals.
They can see the section championship game in their grasp. Morgan stomps the floor at midcourt, and she is pumped, Larry.
Take a look at it here in the replay. Just block was late getting there, and that time instead of having the hands up and above over the net, when they were able to shove it down, it went right between them and stayed on Totino-Grace side of the net. And now Blaine is just 2 points away from a third trip to the section finals in 3 years. Take a look. It's just a different speed of the game when Morgan gets up front. It's, again, like I said, she and Jorgensen are very good middles, but they just play a little bit differently, a little bit more quickness, a little more athleticism when Morgan gets in the front row and really creates havoc for the Totino-Grace.
You talked about earlier, the Eagles were up big early in the set, but it wasn't until Morgan came back in the match that Blaine really got fired up. She brings quite the enthusiasm and the talent to this team, and they needed it at that point.
Yeah, the entire run that Totino-Grace had when they went up 9-1 was with Morgan on the bench waiting for her turn to get into the match. So Catherine Hawkins back now to serve, 23-20, Blaine Bengals.
2 points away from a trip to Anoka on Saturday to play Osseo in the section title match. Eagles trying to stay alive here, down 2 sets to none. Good job here, keep it going. Long off of Schiller. The Bengals get the return. Shermoen is quite a feisty player in the back there for Totino-Grace.
Nice decision by Rowan, just a little wide. Nice swing. Now Blaine at set and match point, 24-20.
Hawkins will serve. Good dig by Shermoen to keep it alive, but the Bengals can taste it.
It's going to go to Morgan.
And what a way to finish it, Larry. Morgan does it again.
Yeah, that was nice match by both teams. Totino-Grace hung in there. I mean, 25-21, 21-20. But just a little bit too much offense for Blaine, and Totino-Grace just couldn't keep up. So Totino-Grace ends their season with a record of 27 or 21 and 9, 21 and 10, I believe.
21 and 9, yeah.
So, but a good match for Totino-Grace. They got some things to build on. They bring a lot of players back. They'll be a force to be reckoned with. But Blaine moves on to take on Osseo in Anoka just on Saturday night. So that should be a fun one. A couple of Northwest suburban rivals. You would think that Blaine would be the favorite to win that one, but Osceo's got a very well-rounded team, very good team. It'll be fun to watch. I'm looking forward to it.
We saw them beat St. Michael Albertville just before this, and you know, the top two seeds in the section. You can't really beat that. We'll have it for you on Saturday on North Metro TV, and I don't know if you'll be there, Larry, but I'll be there.
I'll be there even if I have to pay to get in.
All right, excellent. We're going to wrap it up post-game right after this on North Metro TV. Here's one more look at those brackets, Larry. Of course, Blaine moves on, Ossia moves on. So as we mentioned, the top 2 seeds will play Saturday at Anoka.
Got nothing better to do on Saturday night? Well, even if you have better things to do, get on out to Anoka and watch these 2 teams play. It's going to be fun with a trip on the state tournament on the line.
Bengals hoping to rebound from their loss in the state tournament last year. Got to get there first, and you'll see if they can right here on North Metro TV. Let's look one more time at the match point, Larry. This is how the Bengals did it, and guess who? Taylor Morgan coming up big again with the kill there. She falls to the floor in celebration with her teammates.
I wonder if she came down a little wrong.
She was
a little
limping at the
gimpy
end,
after.
wasn't she?
But, you know, she's only a sophomore, and she's got 72 hours to get ready. So,
all right, well, I'm going to talk to her in just a second, see how she's doing. We'll be back right after this. Blaine, 3-0. They take the match here to go to the section title game.
Come to Ham Lake and see how good life can be. Conveniently located only 20 miles north of the Twin Cities on Highway 65, yet Ham Lake has kept its rural charm. Residents of Ham Lake enjoy 1-acre minimum lots, giving you space to live with abundant natural green spaces and recreational activities like boating, fishing, golf, disc golf, camping and playgrounds, and tons of seasonal fun all year round. Ham Lake is home to one of the top school districts with consistent high scores in standardized testing and community ratings. Ham Lake is a business-friendly city and willing to work with businesses and developers of all sizes. Whether you are just starting out or looking to grow, Ham Lake has the business opportunities you've been waiting for. Life in Ham Lake moves a little slower, and that's the way we like it. Ham Lake offers space to live, to grow, and space to relax. Come visit Ham Lake and see for yourself what you are missing. Ham Lake is convenient country living.
That matter in the community. New episodes premiere Fridays at 6:30 p.m.
High school sports highlights and a recap of your teams, Blaine, Centennial, and Spring Lake Park. Watch Sports Den. New episodes each Wednesday live at 6 p.m.
Watch Inside Entertainment to find out which movies you'll want to check out at the theater.
Pierre Roddy to the 10, 5, touchdown Cougars!
Educational and informative programming focused on local events created to inform our communities on issues regarding public safety.
NMTV can also be watched anywhere in the world live on the web and on demand at northmetrotv.com.
Once the polls close on Tuesday, November 6th, tune in to North Metro TV for complete coverage of Election Day.
Join us as we focus on local election results while also keeping you up to date on state and national races.
Starting at 8 p.m., our team coverage will bring you live results, in-depth stories, and exclusive interviews.
North Metro TV, your home for Local Decision 2012.
Are we? Okay. All right. Let's do this again. Down here courtside with 3 of the stars for the Blaine Bengals tonight, taking the semifinal match over to Totino-Grace in Section 5-3. They move on to the section title game now. I'm going to start by talking to Lydia Dimke. Lydia, 8 kills tonight, an impressive performance for you all over the court. Talk about what you saw in the Totino defense that allowed you guys to win.
Well, I definitely couldn't do it without the great defense behind me and my setter just setting me great balls. But every time you go up to hit, you hope to get the ball down, whether it's going for the big kill or hitting the shot. And, so you always got to look out of your corner of your eye just where the ball is going to land and hit around their defense at all times. All
right, very good. Your coach described you as a powerful player out there. You certainly showed that tonight in a big victory. Let's talk to Sierra Trost, a senior leader on this team. Sierra, what does it mean to beat Totino and hopefully be headed back to state another time?
I think I speak for everyone when I say it means everything to us. We have worked so hard this season. We have overcome some adversities in the past, and we hope to go back to state and do better than we did last year and finish our business.
I have to admit I pronounced your name wrong in the pregame, so I apologize. But we got it right every time from there on out, so I'm glad we could get that right again here in the postgame. Congratulations, Sierra, on a big win. And then we have to talk to Taylor Morgan, who finished it off in that third and final set. 11 kills, Taylor. An impressive performance by you tonight. You guys were down 9-1 in that third set, and it wasn't when you came back in the match, it seemed to fire up the rest of the girls.
Yeah, I mean, it's our team. I give them all the credit for that. I mean, you get one kill from anybody, and that can spark anything, and that's really good.
You guys never really gave up, as I mentioned, down 9-1. How did you fight back to take that last set? It was a big one.
I guess for everyone, it was more of along the lines of, we're not going to lose this game. We're not going to go home on this is our gym, so we're not going to go home now. So, yeah.
You stomped the floor after the second to final point, and then take us through that last point, what you saw there, the final kill to do it.
I don't know. Just went up and tried to get that last point.
I think you could jump over the net if you had to, don't you think?
Yeah, if I really had to.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right, it's the hurdles in ladies volleyball. All right, congratulations to all three of you. One more thing. The Gangnam Style dance happened right when you came back in the game, too. That also seemed to be a turning point for you. What's with the Gangnam Style?
It's just too much swag. I mean, it's just too much.
Can we see a demo?
It's a great song. You know, it just is a really good pump-up song.
All right, well, it worked for you guys tonight. Let's see it as we close out the broadcast. The Blaine Bengal ladies, Gangnam Style, taking home the victory in the match tonight. Congratulations, ladies.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Good luck as you move on to the section title game on Saturday. Hey, we'll be there on North Metro TV as the Blaine Bengals take on the Osceola Orioles at Anoka High School. For Larry Mickelson, for our director, Kenton Kipp, and our entire North Metro TV crew, I'm Matt Johnson. Have a great night, everybody.